Alright, we're back again of another stream. We're back with another test stream. There we go. Let's see. Back with another test stream. Still got the buffer issue. Yeah. Also, this is 628 kilobytes OB. I've never seen that before. See if I can make it have less memory by pausing and unpausing. Sometimes you can do that. All these screen effects are actually the post FX. The numbers I've seen on the bottom there are 756, 752, 692, 688, 640, 620, and 580, and also 544. I'm not sure about the 544. Yeah, we're getting 60 FPS here just fine. On Breaker Island, we're getting 60 FPS here just fine. Up, we're going to 624. We're jumping 624 to 628. And I've noticed whenever it goes to 692 or 688, it seems to never go back up to 752 or 756. Yeah, I've seen 624. Take 620 and change it to 624. I've never seen 620, but I've seen 624. Or 692 to 6. Now we're at 624 here again. I've never seen 628 though. 628. Let's see, the number might change. I don't know what those numbers are. That might be an amount of memory left in a chunk of memory that the game is using. I don't know, though. Let's see, maybe we can change it to have less memory if we screw with traffic. 624, 628, 624, 628. I've heard a lot of stuff about it, but I don't know what's true and what's false about it. I genuinely don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing as hell. It's really, really confusing. There's also some freeze frames you can get on Breaker Island. They won't freeze the game, but it will freeze it for a moment before resuming. .560? I've never seen 560. Someone also said it might be executable data. That is, like, how much executable data is being, like, observed or something. I don't know. I'd have to check through, like, thousands of Discord messages again to see if I can find the message. Which I'm not going to do. Because that would take, like, 5 hours. Go game. road rages seem to really bump that memory up, though. They really seem to mess with the memory amounts, which makes sense because road rages spawn rivals that are being super aggressive towards you, and then they are constantly crashing into stuff, constantly being wrecked, constantly respawning, constantly teleporting around, and are just generally taking up a lot of system resources. You can also take screenshots of stuff. We can go to performance, we can go to the CPU monitors, we can actually take screenshots. We can say here, take screenshots, and it will take screenshots of the CPU monitors. Pretty useful to know, though, if something's, what's exactly taking down the frames so much. Probably the debug manager. Normally, you can also just have it display on the screen as well, as a graph, or just as plain text. Same with the GPU monitors, other than you can't screenshot the GPU monitors or reset them. But the graph doesn't really seem to show much. The graph doesn't really do much. Unless it's just because the game takes that little on the CPU. But clearly it's taking up a lot here, at least this build is. What's really taking up all the resources of the system is the debug manager and these rivals. That's what's really taking up all the system's resources right now. Like, I know what FPS means. I'm not that bad. I know what FPS means. Like, I can assume what FPS means. It means frames per second. It just tells you basically how well is your game running. Or just program in general, because every program runs at an FPS, runs at a certain FPS. Games like GTA 4 ran at 30 FPS, at least on platforms like this. But at least it was supposed to. But I feel like at some point, I believe they were planning to use renderware with the game, but they couldn't obtain the license from EA because by this point EA owned Criterion, and they couldn't actually obtain the license anymore. So instead they had to get Euphoria, and they had to use Euphoria instead. So Rockstar may have been planning originally for GTA 4 to be 60 FPS, but then when they couldn't get the license for renderware, they switched to Euphoria, and they forgot to cap the frame rate to 30. Because in RDR, it is capped at 30. And yes, even Burnout Paradise uses renderware. In fact, Burnout Paradise Remastered is the most recent game that I know of that uses renderware. And yeah, I have this big fat menu in the way. This big fat menu is in the way of everything. Core, resource. Oh, well, that's dead. EA menu. 624, 628. I've never seen 628. That's weird. That's just what happens when you stay. I guess that's what happens when you sit in undeveloped areas of the map that don't exist normally, at least. Like the background. Oh, that 560. The background view of past that parking garage in the game. It looks different in this build because you have Breaker Island there, and it makes the scenery background look different. Yeah, because normally in the retail version of the game, the bridge is blocked off by construction. It's blocked off by these construction vehicles and invisible walls. Well, actually, by these walls where it shows a bunch of construction going on at the bridge that would normally take you there. There are mods for Burnout Remastered, like Burnout Paradise Remastered, or BPR for short, that that actually do add Breaker Island into the game. But instead of having, but some of them instead of overriding Big Surf Island with Breaker Island, well, some mods do that, but there's a mod that I know about that doesn't actually do that, and instead it puts Breaker Island in the industrial area of the map, down towards the naval yard, where the industrial part of the map is, like at the naval yard area, and it puts Breaker Island, like the bridge to Breaker Island there, and then it adds the tunnel to Breaker, adds the tunnel to Breaker, but instead of going to Breaker, it goes to Big Surf. The tunnel that's there goes to Big Surf Island instead of Breaker Island, and the bridge that leads you to Big Surf Island is also still there. This tunnel here, it's not normally there in retail. Some people made mods so that tunnel takes you to Big Surf Island. Like, they're mods for Remastered. But some people made some map mods that make it so that tunnel takes you to Big Surf Island. And then then Breaker Island has a separate bridge in the industrial area, and then that bridge takes you to Breaker. It's quite cool. Mods are cool, man. Mods are really cool, guys. Mods are cool. Sadly, none of those mods work with this version of the game, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there aren't really any mods for console versions of the game like this, because the files are kind of proprietary. The files are proprietary. They're proprietary files, and the files in Remastered and Original are different from each other. Even the files between PS3 and Xbox 360 are different. Car. We can actually bring the Road Rage rivals over to Breaker Island, and they will actually function over there. And yeah, you can get 60 FPS in a Road Rage on Breaker Island. Normally in the retail version, you'll always get 60 FPS during a Road Rage. The only exception for the 60 FPS thing is the takedown camera, which is programmed to automatically put the game at 30 FPS, probably for in case there's some big, like really big crashes that reduce the game to like 40 FPS or something. I'm not really sure why. Or it's for like slow motion or something. I have no idea why. But Remastered takes this out. Remastered removes this frame cap in the camera, and the cameras are even at 60 FPS. Wow, passed the goal already. That desired speed is going up and up and up. And yeah, I don't know what the boxes mean at all. Some people like to say that it's like telling you what the FPS over the last minute and a half is, but I kind of don't believe that. And it doesn't seem tied to your FPS at all. It doesn't really seem tied to the FPS at all. This seems to just randomly change. I don't know. It's just weird. I just don't know what that even... I don't know what the boxes mean. They change... They can go from they have 3 different states they can be in. They can be either green, or red, or yellow. I'm getting a message on Discord. Let me check it. Need to... I was watching... Okay, back to the game. Alright, now... I was looking at, Discord. I got a message. Someone sent a message on Discord, and I was checking Discord. Yep, now I get another message again. I'm still trying to test that stream, guys. I'm still trying to test it. I'm still trying to do the stream testing. Only got like 10 different things I have to check at once. Well, if someone paused the stream on that frame, that would have been perfect. Yeah, I don't know what the TRI cache overflow thing is. And yes, that is what the red text actually says. Apparently, there's also a game that they were planning to release at some point called, like, Black 2 or something. It was apparently going to be a sequel to the original Black, which was, like, a shooter. It was kind of a first-person shooter type game that was released on, like, PS2 and the original Xbox. Seems like they were planning to make Black 2. At least that's what we know its name as. And we have, like, 2 builds of it. One's from 2006, one's from early 2007. Yeah, we don't really know what these were going to be. The 2006 build is more like a tech demo, honestly. Both are more like tech demos rather than playable games. Oh, 496 kilobytes OB. Well, that's pain. That looks like pain. This thing looks like it's enduring a lot of pain. 560. Now we're at 560 OB. 564. I've never seen these numbers before. I've never seen 564. Hey, we got 60 FPS on the pause screen, though. Well, the stream is actually running at, like anywhere from, like, 40 to 60. But that's just because the MacBook is, well, old. It's kind of just because the MacBook is old, and it's kind of what to expect for an old MacBook. Maybe it's having less memory because it's, like, having to draw more. No, because anything with the Xbox here, there's no relation between the Xbox and capture card other than the only thing that's between the capture card and the Xbox is the video signal, which the video signal is going through the capture card, and then it's being outputted to my computer, and then also being outputted to my main screen, my main TV screen, which is how I play the game, and then it's being streamed by the capture card having USB output that's going straight to my MacBook, and then that's going through OBS. So yeah, quite a lot of steps. Also, 14 FPS on Road Rage. Nice. 14 FPS. And this doesn't really deliver any evidence for like the PC version of Burnout Paradise because technically that actually came after the console releases. And yeah, the 1.0 physics are way better than the 1.9 physics. It'll actually technically be the 1.6 physics because that's when they actually changed them.